Dear friends, do not believe every spirit, but test the spirits to see whether they are from God, because many false prophets have gone out into the world. And beware of these false prophets.
They come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ferocious wolves. And many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. And then the Lord said unto thee, These prophets are prophesying lies in my name.
I have not sent them or appointed them or spoken to them. They are prophesying to you false visions, divinations, idolatries, and the delusions of their own minds. Another proclamation from a self-proclaimed ruler of a nation who wants to take control of situations and lead the deaf and blind through damnation. Father, forgive them, please, for they know not what they do. False prophets, the devil's advocates, the bring the raucous through the temple of those liars and those suckers. False prophets proclaim, but it's a shame how they mislead them with the double-edged tongue to lead you bleed. Hey yo, you better be aware of who you follow through the battlefield, cause on the battlefield they only lead you to your death. Cause they sleeping like an overdose of sedatives, trying to be the righteous but the devil's advocates. And on the spiritual, they be the criminal. No justice. They hear my verbalisms and they end up getting flustered. They need to cut the mustard back to just deceiving, attacking my amendment one for lack of verbal freedom. And if you believe them, you ain't nothing but a snake, follow the leader. And even though you know they be misleading, they cut you with their tongue and now you bleeding. Another proclamation from a self-proclaimed ruler of a nation who wants to take control of situations, who leads the deaf and blind through damnation. False prophets, the devil's advocates, the bring the raucous through the temple of those liars and those suckers. False prophets proclaim, but it's a shame how they mislead them with the double-edged tongue to leave you bleeding. False prophets, the devil's advocates, to bring the raucous. Shifty liars and suckers out to dominate the others. Afraid of the real, and so they alter it to suit their purposes, to flood the masses with the message counterfeit. The self-proclaimed rulers of a nation, cause they slipping like a tiger on a patch of ice. They secular, proclaiming they ordained to be the messenger, to speak against the purple resurrector. False Christs and false prophets will appear and perform great signs and miracles to deceive even the elect, if that were possible. False prophets, the devil's advocates, to bring the raucous through the temple of those liars and those suckers. False prophets proclaim, but it's a shame how they mislead them with the double-edged tongue to leave you bleeding. False prophets, the devil's advocates, to bring the raucous. False prophets, the devil's advocates, to bring the raucous. Another proclamation from a self-proclaimed ruler of a nation who wants to take control of situations and leads the deaf and blind through damnation. False prophets, the devil's advocates, to bring the raucous. False prophets, the devil's advocates, to bring the raucous. False prophets.